Here's one last reading from Hijab Butch Blues by Lamia H. This time, she and her friend Manal are looking at the reconciliation scene between Yusuf and his brothers. This scene plays out differently in the Quran than it does in the Jewish and Christian Bible, but it still includes Yusuf testing and then forgiving his brothers. Just like when he asked to become head of the granaries, I know exactly what Yusuf is doing. He's testing his brothers. What do you mean testing them? Manal asks. You know, he's testing them to see if he can trust again. The brothers fail the test miserably. They say that if Benyamin had stolen, it's only because they used to have a brother Yusuf who stole, a brother who went rogue and left the family. Of course, they don't know they're speaking to Yusuf, that Yusuf planted the cup, that Benyamin is in on the plot. It's an unfair test, one that they're destined to fail, and it's unfair of Yusuf, no matter how justified he feels, and I know this because I do it too. I test people unfairly all the time. Like Liv, when I need to talk to her about a difficult situation I'm embroiled in. It's late, and we're both reading in bed, and I'm panicking about the situation. It feels like a huge vulnerability to ask her to listen. I don't have the capacity right now, she says. Can we talk in the morning? Yeah, of course, I say. You shouldn't have asked, my brain tells me. The next morning, I wait for her to ask what I wanted to talk about, but she doesn't. She's busy with a work deadline, and the whole day ticks by without her asking. If she doesn't ask within 48 hours, it's because she doesn't love you, my brain says. Probably because you haven't done enough to make her love you. Don't get me wrong. I am not condoning the testing. I tell Manal. Yusuf essentially kidnaps Benyamin to get back at his brothers. It's way more complicated than that, she says. Yusuf's hurting. He's trying in his own way to heal. I am unconvinced, even though I want so desperately to be convinced. Why are you being so kind to Yusuf when he's being such an ass, I say. It's you who needs to be kinder to Yusuf, Lamia. It all works out in the end. Yusuf tells his brothers who he is, everyone apologizes to each other, and everyone forgives each other. He is no longer the little kid left in the well. He's the head of the granaries, yes, but his most important role winds up being a beloved member of his community, once he decides to let his family love him back, even if they're flawed and failing tests. I realize if all around me is the evidence of what happens without my asking, doesn't that mean that there's a possibility for more? A more trusting love where I could let myself ask for things, let myself be vulnerable and imperfect, where it's okay to be disappointed and it's okay to be disappointing, where we can love each other and ourselves regardless. Manal's words from our conversation earlier still ring in my ear. Yusuf is no longer the little kid left in the well, and neither am I.